Hello everybody, you know me, my name is Eugene and I'm former WWE superstar, and I want to tell you about the first time I wrestled Triple H live on Monday Night Raw and I almost beat him.
The big main event match, Eugene against Triple H. Oh my gosh, Triple H was Eugene's hero, and he's finally going to get to wrestle his hero in the middle of that very ring, live on TV in the main event.
Well, here comes Eugene's favorite wrestler.
So the story build up to this Monday Night Raw was Eugene's uncle, Eric Bischoff, didn't want Eugene in the WWE. He felt like Eugene was a disgrace and he shouldn't be there, but he couldn't fire Eugene because he's family, and that he was going to have to get Eugene to quit. He wanted Triple H not only to beat Eugene, but to really beat him up to get him to leave.
Beat the hell out of Eugene!
William Regal comes into Eric Bischoff's office and pleads with Eric Bischoff, don't let Triple H beat up Eugene. The onion that is the character of William Regal is really getting peeled back, and we're seeing new characteristics of the William Regal character week by week as he becomes endeared friends with Eugene. I really think it was a great, I don't like to say that professional wrestling is acting. I feel like it's more reacting, but Regal in these spots was a tremendous actor. To really let that emotion come across. He was always the naughty heel, the rule breaker. To really become, to love another person.
I'm a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Absolutely rotten to the core. But I love that boy. I absolutely love that boy.
That's the way I feel like it frankly happened. And we became friends like that too. It was really a really cool friendship. I looked up to him as a hero, as a mentor, as a friend. A little coughed up right there, sorry. But this match really started off with Regal trying to talk Bischoff out of it, and they set the match that, Bischoff wants Eugene out of there, and Regal's trying to say, he shouldn't be. And that's when Bischoff relieves William Regal of his duties of managing Eugene and puts him back on the active roster. We've also talked about this before. Regal had legitimately been off because he had a parasite that I think encased in his heart, and he really came close to death. And it was a really touch and go situation like the previous year and a half, and that's why we really didn't see him, because he was in some trouble health-wise, but now he was back. He was 100% and he was ready to start wrestling again, which I thought was awesome because everybody needs more William Regal wrestling in the world. So Eugene's first appearance on this Raw starts when the limo pulls up and Ric Flair and Triple H come out with Eugene out of the back of the limo, and Eugene's playing with the action figures. Now, Ric Flair wanted to do something where, I don't know how to put it, he got Eugene laid, and the thought was there'd be the bed and the girls and Eugene in with the bed. And I thought about the spot where Eugene pulls out the pipe and puts the pipe in the mouth just like on Wayne's World, but then I blow and it's like the bubble pipe for the kids, ha ha ha.
Good morning, darling. I hope I wasn't too much of an animal.
But the writers didn't necessarily think that getting Eugene laid was a good thing. I don't know, might have taken character into a whole new direction. Triple H, Ric Flair, and Eugene get out of the limo, and Triple H tells Eugene, I've got a special surprise for you. You get to dress in the Evolution locker room. Oh my gosh, excited. So there we were, in the Evolution locker room. All of us around there. And Triple H reminded Eugene that friends don't hurt each other.
And remember, friends don't hurt each other, right?
Mm-hmm. But everybody knows Triple H is conniving, backstabbing, low down, no good son of a you-know-what. And he was just waiting to stick the knife in Eugene's back. Eugene gets all excited, and when he leaves the locker room, they all burst out into laughter. Showing that it's just a joke, picking on poor little Eugene. Behind his back, the simpleton. The kid's just out there just trying to achieve his dream, and you're going to do something dastardly. Hopefully one day Triple H will get it back, all the bad things he's done to people like Eugene, and somebody will just one day just give it back to him, right? You know what I'm talking about, right in the blowhole. So the main event of Raw, June 21st, 2004, right there in Miami, Florida, was Eugene against Triple H.
We had planned out before I was going to get out and do the water spit with him for a fan of Triple H. So Eugene was the top of the world.
Triple H started out acting like it's a babyface match between two friends.
Another handshake.
Of course, Triple H said we didn't talk out everything about the match, but he was the one leading the storyline. He gave me the hip toss, I give him one back. Easy storyline. And then sometimes I just got silly out there and just started doing stuff myself. Started doing the Hogan poses and the flexes to the crowd. I wanted to do the test of strength. I did the Hogan ear. What you gonna do, brother?
And then he goes on to complain that Eugene really hurt him, and Eugene gets concerned and comes over, and Triple H, of course, punched him right in the mouth.
Look at it. You hurt me.
What a sucker punch!
and then continues to beat up poor little Eugene and take advantage of him. Eugene eventually hit a big rock bottom. We hit the big people's elbow.
The string. No, not the end. The rock bottom. The rock bottom might move out. The people's elbow. Eugene.
Ric Flair jumps up on the apron, so of course I had to do the Ric Flair strut. Woo! Ric Flair tries to punch the block, nails Ric Flair, he takes the big tumble, turn around into, of course, the pedigree. But that's when Uncle Eric comes out. What's Uncle Eric doing out there? He comes out and he says, whoa, 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 Triple H, I don't want you to beat Eugene. I want you to beat the hell out of him. And that's when Triple H goes out and gets the chair. Poor little Eugene is defenseless, helpless in the middle of the ring. Triple H's got this steel chair. What's he going to do with it? But that's when Chris Benoit runs down and attempts to save Eugene. He takes the chair from Triple H, goes to hit Triple H moves, and I got waffled across the head with a chair. And honestly, I don't remember that chair shot, and that might be the reason why. It was a good one. Waffled me. Triple H then gives Chris Benoit a low blow in the pedigree, and the referee calls the match a no contest. Threw the match out. The main event didn't have a winner, which makes Eugene still undefeated, but that didn't help the fact that I was laid out cold in the middle of the ring. And then Triple H goes on to say that, it was Chris Benoit that hit him with the chair. Although he was aiming at Triple H, Chris Benoit did hit Eugene with a chair and a good shot. And the only thing I really do remember is, after that night in Miami, I drove down to Key West and spent a couple days relaxing in the sun, a little bit of time off, had a very good time, until I got geared up for the very next week when Eugene was back on tour. Now, a little sidebar, a little behind the scenes. In the idea stage and the planning stage for Eugene, I remember I was in a meeting at some point with Vince McMahon, and Vince had come up with the idea that never really fleshed out, but it was Eugene's mother is going to be Bischoff's sister. So I remember Vince said, well, Eugene can have this, beautiful, buxom, good-looking mom, of course, a beautiful older woman to be Eugene's mother. And Eugene's mom was kind of talked about a couple times on Monday Night Raw, but that little angle never fleshed out. So I always kind of wondered to myself, what would that have been like? If this beautiful model would have come out as Eugene's mom, and then what would have happened? And I don't really, heaven forbid, I don't know what would have happened. Another little something kind of came about that time was I got to go into the thing that scanned everybody for the action figure. It was like a semi-truck trailer, and you go in, you sit down, and there was a big computer that literally just computer scanned you all the way around 360 degrees. And that's when, the Eugene action figure was made soon after that. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the best part about being a WWE superstar is getting your own action figure. And the best part about having your own action figure is you get to play with yourself in public.
If you haven't seen my previous episodes detailing the evolution of the Eugene character, please feel free to check them out here.